A goal in each half was enough to give Dorchester Town a deserved 2-0 win over Wimborne Town in the semi-final of the Dorset Senior Cup here at a very cold Avenue Stadium tonight. With a number of players unavailable through injury or being cup-tied or work commitments, it was an unfamiliar Wimborne Town team that took the field tonight. Jason Harville was in goal, Scott Arnold and Tom Biles at fullback, Billy Maybury and Franklin Clark, who moved back from midfield into centre-back position, and midfield of Anthony Waters, James Stockwell, John Blake, Sam Griffin, Luke Holmes, with Mark Gamble playing the lone striker role. Dorchester started off on the front foot, but after 13 minutes it was Wimborne that had the best chance of the game so far when an Ant Waters shot was cleared off the line. 3 minutes later a Dorchester shot skimmed the bar, and then on 21 minutes a setback for Wimborne as John Blake had to go off with what looked like a recurrence of his hamstring injury. Louis Kellaway came on in his place. In 24 minutes Wimborne could have taken the lead. A lovely cross from Sam Griffin found Mark Gamble's head, but his header was straight at Alan Walker-Harris and easily saved. And in 37 minutes Dorchester took the lead through Ben Watson, and I think the ball might have taken a slight deflection off a Wimborne defender as it went in the net past Jason Harville. 38 minutes, a minute later, Nathan Walker could have doubled the lead, and his header came back off the post when he met a corner at the far stick. So it was 1-0 at half time for the home team, and it was getting colder by the minute. The decisive strike came on 58 minutes from Lewis Morgan, put Dorchester 2-0 up. And right after that Chris Wilcox came on for Ant Waters. On 75 minutes Nathan Walker hit the bar, and then a minute later the ball was scrambled off the Wimborne line as Dorchester looked to increase their lead. Steve Cuss brought young Callum O'Hare on 87 minutes for Tom Biles, the young under-16 player for Wimborne, making his first team debut. But there was still time for a tremendous save by Jason Harville in the 91st minute, tipping a shot over the bar, and then a minute later an even more miraculous save with his feet. He managed to get the ball round the corner of the post. But it finished 2-0 to Dorchester, and they'll go forward to the final to meet either Weymouth or Poole, who I believe are currently playing extra time down in Weymouth. This is a battling performance by Wimborne, but I have to say I was impressed by Dorchester, who've improved by leaps and bounds since we beat them here in the FA Trophy earlier in the season. No disgrace losing to them tonight. No disgrace for Wimborne either. A patched up team out there, all gave their all, and I don't think Steve Cuss will have too many complaints. Next up for the Magpies, it's away at Shortwood United on Saturday. We hope to see you there. I'm joined by Steve Cuss after tonight's 2-0 defeat to Dorchester in the Dorset Senior Cup. Steve, it just didn't go our way tonight.
No complaints with the results. I thought we were second best tonight. I thought they were. I thought it was pretty even for the first 25, I've got to say, and I felt we needed to score in that period. But I think for the last hour they pretty much controlled it, and I was disappointed that we didn't, quite muster a shot in the second half. So no complaints about the score. I thought they were good tonight, and they deserved to go through.
We had a couple of chances early on. Ant Waters had a shot kicked off the line after 13 minutes. Who knows what might happen if that had gone in?
Yeah, I think I've said to the guys in there afterwards, obviously the first goal is crucial, and I felt there was a couple of chances. We had that one with Ant. I thought it was a really good shout for a penalty when the keeper went through. Luke, I thought it was a penalty.
Yeah, he gave it the other way.
Yeah, he gave it the other way. It was, but those things happen, and there was a couple of other opportunities. If we'd have just found a little bit better quality on the pass, we could have got in as well. And there was other ones where we just let ourselves down a little bit by being offside in that final little bit. But like I say, the first 25 minutes there was plenty of encouragement. It looked like we were capable of scoring and defending well as well. And obviously the first goal for them kind of like changed that. Yeah,
we had a patched up team out there, and it didn't help when John Blake went off. Was it another hamstring?
Yeah, it's hamstring. John, to his credit, wants to be out there, and he gives it his absolute all. And he's not quite fit, and he hasn't been fit for the last probably month. And that hamstring's just not clearing up, and he's probably going to have a little spell on the sidelines now to get it cleared up. And obviously we're missing, I think it was 6 other players, but there's no excuses of that. It's at this stage of the season, I'm sure they have players missing as well. Yeah. And if there is a positive out of tonight, is I think it was 4 18-year-olds and a 16-year-old, and I think in the years to come, that it gives them a bit of experience that they've come out here and played in the semi-final against Dorchester, and they'll remember that.
Yeah, you've been throwing a lot of young players into the team in the last few months, and the latest one was Callum O'Hare, who came on near the death there to make his debut. A player for our under-16 Junior Premier League.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the young boys have done exceptionally well, and I've said before that I think they're in the squad on merit. There's no way I'm just going to play young players for the sake of playing young players. Yes, we've got some injuries, but I think the lads have done well, and they deserve to be in and around it. We've added Callum to that. He was only 16 3 weeks ago. He got himself a reserve team substitute appearance last week, and I sat him on the bench tonight, and Tom was struggling with cramps, so he comes on. So fair play to him. 16 years old, made his debut for the first team. A decent place like Dorchester. So hopefully he'll remember tonight and build on it. He trains with the first team regular, and hopefully he'll get other appearances.
Another good sign was Franklin Clark, who did so well in midfield against Evesham last week, 10 days ago. Now comes and does a job for you in the back four.
Yeah, he started in the back four tonight. I switched it around, had a little bit of a gamble there when they went 2-0 up, pushed him into midfield. I just felt that once John had gone off, we lacked that little bit of aggression in there to win the ball, and I was hoping that Franklin was going to go in there, give us that bit of aggression, and give us that bit of energy and his forcefulness of runs forward. But he's a very, very good player, Franklin. He's somebody I've got a lot of time for, and he can play him at the back, and he looked outstanding at the back tonight. But he's been playing in midfield for us as well, and it looks equally as good there. Before
I let you go back to the warmth of the dressing room, Steve, can you just give us a rundown on the injuries? Adam Costello, broken bone in his hand.
Yeah.
Chances for Saturday?
No chance. He's in cast, so as long as that's in that cast, he can't play. It's a solid cast on his arm. He's broken 2 bones in his wrist. Jamie Davidson's had his stitches out. He's got a little infection in there, which we hope that will clear up in time for Saturday. Matt Kemble's got Achilles problems, so he won't play Saturday. Jack Lumpson's got ankle ligament damage, he won't play Saturday. And obviously Blakey out as well now. Yeah. But Ian Oliver was unavailable tonight, so we'll have Ian back, which is a positive. And obviously, frustration on Saturday was that Luke Stone didn't make his first, appearance with us since he's joined us for full time, and he was cup tied tonight. So he'll come back into the squad for Saturday, and we'll have a look at the side and see who we can put out there.
Well, the small number of us that went to Bridgewater were very pleased to see him come on for half an hour. He looked a real prospect, and it's a mouth-watering prospect to see him and Gamble playing up front.
We're looking forward. I think we're all looking forward to seeing that. I think at times the system we've played this year, Mark's looked a bit isolated at times. If we don't pass the ball, which was difficult for us tonight on a not a good pitch, and when we have to go a little bit longer, Mark's isolated. So, I threw Chris up with him tonight, and I thought Chris did well. But obviously, Luke's banging form, scoring goals, and we'll see if he can score goals at this level. So, we're looking forward to seeing him play, particularly up front with the two of them together.
Yeah, they've been diplomatic there. I think that's the worst pitch we've played on all season. But let's leave it at that. Steve, thanks very much for your time.
Thank you. Thanks.